I am so happy that you're able to join us for this extended interview. Make sure to visit theoffbeatlife.com. Again, that's theoffbeatlife.com to get more killer resources. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this extended interview with Kach, where she's going to share how to travel full time with your pets. So, Kach, before we get to this really incredible topic that you're very passionate about, can you tell our listeners a little bit about you and why you lead an offbeat life?
So I'm Kach, and together with my husband, we've been traveling around the world since 2013. We've backpacked, we hitchhiked, we sailed, and we did different kinds of things. Stayed in like cheap hotels and luxury hotels and stuff. But last year in 2017, we bought a sailboat in Florida Keys, and we got hit and damaged by Irma, but our boat survived. And this year, February, we left on our sailboat and we sailed from Florida to all over Bahamas, to Turks and Caicos, and now to Dominican Republic with our cat, and his name is Captain Ahab.
And that's who we're going to talk about a lot today.
We have two cats now. We have Captain Ahab, his American cat, and we adopted him. He actually adopted us in SPCA, something like that, like in the States. They found him after the hurricane, so he was abandoned. And then a few weeks ago, actually a month now, we adopted another cat who was found in a sewage canal in Dominican Republic, and his name is Captain Zizu. So I have Ahab and Zizu now.
Well, there's a lot of captains on your boat.
We have three captains: Jonathan the captain, Ahab and Zizu, and I'm the slave.
Oh my God. And you just do whatever they want you to do.
Yeah, I do a lot of cleaning.
So how do you even prepare to travel with pets? What is that like? I don't have a pet right now, so how does that happen? You mentioned on our previous interview that you need passports for your cats.
Yes, they need to have documentation. Basically, they need to have like health certificate and veterinary documents that they're allowed to travel. It's so different traveling with your pets on a car and flying, especially depends on their size. Then we have two cats, so it's easier to not hand carry them and stuff. But we haven't flew with our cats, so basically our cat only stays on the boat.
Oh, that's nice.
But if you bring the cat to Europe, then the cat needs to be quarantined, and you need to have European passport and stuff like that. But for American, we just have like a document that he's an American cat. He has this what do you call this? All of his vaccination and stuff like that.
There's so many things. It's like actually traveling with a child, right?
It's
in a
the
lot
same,
of ways. Yeah. But I don't know. I guess they're easier than children.
But having that, this is what I'm talking about. Like everyone is asking us when we're gonna have children, and they're like, "Look, I have a child, and this child." This is what Jonathan used to tell people. It's like, and our child is very smart. Can you find me a 3-month-old child who can pee and poo on his own, clean the mess, look for his food, feed himself, and go to sleep. And then when you go out and return, just very happy to see you. If you do that with a child, I don't know, you'll go to jail.
Oh my God. But that's true. And I'm sure you get a lot of questions like that, right? When are you going to have children? It's
And
like,
we
you
have
this-
two. We already have two. It's like, why would I need to have more? And I can't just meow at me and kiss me and no crying.
And they're affectionate cats. Most
Yeah.
people think that cats are not affectionate.
Snub, yeah.
But your cats, the orange cats, and then I know Jacob and Esther from Local Adventurer, I've met their cats and they're so affectionate and they're so
Yes.
good. I'm like, you're making me change my mind about cats now. Because people think it's just with dogs that they're affectionate.
Yeah, dogs are, if you want to have like your brain to function well, then get the cat because they're too smart.
And they can outsmart you most of the time.
That's what my cat do to me every day.
That's what they do.
That's these two cats do to me.
So did they ever, when you first started traveling with them on the sailboat or just traveling in general, do they take a long time to get used to new environments? How do you get them to get used to it?
So we're lucky because we got Ahab when he's like 7 weeks, 8 weeks old. So he's still like a kitten when we got him, and we brought him to the boat. So that's the first home he knows. Like he doesn't know anything before that aside from the animal shelter. And when he got to the boat, our worry is like, what will happen if my cat falls into the water? So when he's still a baby, we practiced him on what will happen if he got into the water. So he put him in our small dinghy, and then unexpectedly, he doesn't like to get out of the boat. He jumped out of the dinghy, swam to our boat, and then hiked up and called his daddy. And he's like, he got up to the boat, and I was surprised that cats can swim, and my cat was a good swimmer.
A lot of people say that cats don't like water, but apparently yours loves it.
Not just ours. I showed you a Facebook group with
Oh
a lot
my
of people with cats.
gosh.
And my husband put a, how can I say it, like something hanging so my cat can climb up just in case he falls unexpectedly. He can go back to his boat. And thankfully, he never fall into the water because he's more responsible. He's smart.
That is so nice. Oh my gosh. I didn't
And
even know that. You have like a drill for your cats just in
and
case something
yeah.
happens.
And when we're sailing, he's tied up like me. Like you need to have like the life vest. So whatever.
Do they have life vests?
Yes, her
Oh
cat
my
has a life vest.
gosh.
Yeah.
Can you show me a picture of that
I
later?
have a lot. I'll show you. Yeah.
It's like I wanna pick. That's so
So-
cute. A cat with a life vest.
Yeah, and he sailed with us overnight, and he loves it. He really loves watching the fish. He loves watching it when we catch something, and he loves the lifestyle. I don't think he'll enjoy being on land
Yeah.
because we tried to
that's
bring
their-
him, and he's so scared. He doesn't like.
Really, because they're not used to it.
He likes
anymore.
a place that he's comfortable. Cause so when we arrived in Dominican, we brought our cat to a very nice penthouse suite. So I thought he'd love it. It's a big space, and he's just in the corner, so scared.
Oh no!
Yeah.
He's
And
like,
when
what
he
is this?
When we arrived back on the boat, he's running crazy. He's like, I own this place. So.
That's so. When you guys have you ever traveled together without your pet, and if you did, how do you find a sitter usually?
So we did it. We went to Jamaica without our cat and then we went to Punta Cana. Like I think the trip was both for 5 days each, and we had like fellow sailors who goes to our boat to look after a cat. And this is the reason why I am traveling for 2 months, and my husband won't even join me, even though he won't see me. He said there's Skype, but he won't leave the cats anymore. So it's easy to get a sitter. You pay them hourly rate and stuff, but it's so different now that you have like you have children to go to. It's like if it's a real child, then I can't just travel whenever I want.
It is like having a child, right? Because they have so many needs, and then if they're sick, they need medicine or things like that. So it can be hard. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're totally worth it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think cats are also more independent.
Yes, it's hard to have a dog. We have a lot of sailing friends who have dogs, but you have to bring them always to land to pee and to poo, and it's not good for them. That's why we couldn't have one.
But yeah, I feel like cats are really good sail animals. So that's
Yeah,
really
in
good.
the old days, like the big ships that conquered around the world, they have cats as their mascot because they help with like pest eating the food because you need to
Oh,
have a lot of food in
yeah.
the ship, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna sail for 2 years to discover lands,
Yeah.
and you have produce, but there are rats.
Oh,
That's why they have
true.
cats on the boat,
And they
not
just
dogs.
catch them. Yeah, that's true. So now, if somebody they want a pet, where do you recommend them finding pets?
I don't recommend them to buy. I want them to adopt. Like there's a lot of animals, and especially like cats. They have like they can get like 6, 7 in 1 liter, and most of the time, if it's like too crowded, they just kill them, right? So if you want a pet, please adopt. Don't shop.
That's a good point. Yeah, we should all do that because there's so many. It's like having again, it's children. There's so many children that are out there and they want to be adopted. With
Yes,
pets too.
That's what we're talking about with my husband. Like, if few years we decided we want to have children, and I cannot do it because I'm old.
Yeah,
maybe we'll
'cause
just
you're
adapt.
old. What are you like? 29?
Yeah, but like maybe when we're 40s or what. But I don't see ourselves having children in the time being or stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
in
know
the
if
near
our life
future.
would change, but
Yeah.
the world is overcrowded, and it's so
Yeah.
funny. Have you watched this movie called Idiocracy?
No.
Oh, you should watch it. It's just
Okay.
so funny, and like people, I don't know how to explain. Just watch it later.
I know.
on.
I'm gonna watch it
Talking
now.
about children, or like I just want to keep my cat.
I was like, I'm good with that. All right. Thank you so much, Catch, for talking to me. I had so much fun with you. Now, if our listeners want to know more about you, where can they find you?
You can find us on our website, mrandmrshowe.com. Howe is Howe. And you can find us on social media. On Facebook, it's Two Monkeys Sailing. And on Instagram, it's number 2 monkeys sailing. And we also have our other blog, which is called Two Monkeys Travel. And yeah, you can easily type it. Just type Two Monkeys blog, you'll find it on Google.
Yay!
Thank you so much. You'll see
Thank
more of
you.
our cat photos there.
Yes, if you want to see more of their cats sailing on their sailboat, you will find them there. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby.
I hope you enjoyed this extended interview with Kach. Make sure to visit theoffbeatlife.com. Again, that's theoffbeatlife.com to get the full interview with Kach, where she shares how to sail around the world and live life without limiting beliefs. Thanks for joining me on this extended interview. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on iTunes. We can also chat some more on Facebook at The OB Life. I'll talk to you soon.